Did you realize Ram, Dodge, Stellantis, they're not selling trucks. They're also not selling too many Jeeps. There's not a lot of these vehicles that are moving. The Ram and Jeep just can't sell their vehicles. I mean, look at the lot. Look at all these trucks we have here. Look at all the trucks down there, as well as look at all these Jeeps. There's no shortage of Jeeps. Look, even this, for example, we have a 4xe. That's a great looking unit. And obviously it's a Wrangler Rubicon X 4xe, and wow, $86,000. That's clearly the prices are way too high. There's an elephant in the room, and we'll discuss that in a second. But here we see all these Jeeps. We've got Willys, we've got Wranglers of all shapes and sizes, a Sahara here with a beautiful top, all kinds of Jeeps to suit your needs. And obviously over here we have this beautiful Rubicon. Here's another one. What a beautiful looking rig, and we're talking $64,000 for that. How about over here? Here's a Sport. This is more of a base model. This clearly has plastic, simple, basic, no running gear. It's basically, yeah, it does have a hard top on here, but it's a very simple unit, and clearly it's a Sport, Wrangler 4-door Sport S 4x4. Wow, $67,000. Not a cheap vehicle. What about the pickup trucks? How much are they going for? Well, here we have diesels, all kinds of pricey units. Right here, specifically, we're talking about a Laramie. This is a good looking unit. It's fairly well decked out. Love the style. That's going to be revised for the next year. And what do we have? Clearly this is all blacked out. It's all blacked out. It's a great looking unit, and it's probably not going to come cheap, being that it's a diesel. What are we talking about here? $118,000. Would you believe that? 118 grand. That's Porsche 911 territory, for crying out loud. And over here we have some great little Durangos. Obviously there's a GT over here, and another great model here, more of a base. This is an SXT. No, this is a GT Premium all-wheel drive. Wow, what are we talking? $71,000 for this unit. Okay, what else do we have? Another Durango around here, and wow, $64,000. You know, I had a Durango years ago, and they were cost effective. They weren't actually that expensive, but things have gone up so much in the last 3 or 4 years. Clearly, since 2020, it's gotten out of control. Over here, we have a Compass. Nice little unassuming unit right here. Great looking silver. You've got some nice plastic touches, black piano finishing up here. And what are we talking about here? $47,000 for this unit. That's getting absolutely nuts. But that's where the prices are at right now. And Dodge, Ram, Stellantis aren't necessarily alone in this, but the key being, of course, these brands are struggling because prices are high, but the quality doesn't necessarily follow suit. I had a Durango many years ago, and it didn't cost all that much. I remember buying it. It was a couple years old, and I picked it up for about $18,000. I think brand new, it was around 30. And now look at the price. We're talking about Durangos, but more specifically, the pickup trucks are huge money, and so are the Jeeps. And a lot of the dealers out there are going to tell you, or the OEMs, Ford's going to announce, GM's going to announce, Ram's going to announce, we're selling all these units, hundreds of thousands of trucks. But the elephant in the room is they're not actually entirely right, because a lot of those are fleet vehicles, leases, and as well, they're not just have anything to do with the retail market. The worst part is this rebound in the environment or the marketplace couldn't happen at a worse time. Obviously, all this extra inventory after everybody went back to work post the obvious 2020 to 2023, everybody's back at it. They need vehicles, but now cost of living so high, inflation is out of control because the government was printing money, and it put people in a place now where it was easy back then, but now they have to give some of that money back. Now Ram and Jeep has to do some really aggressive measures. I mean, look right over there. We actually have deals and incentives. Save over $18,500 on 1,500 Ram models, payments from $129 weekly OAC, inquire within. They're just not selling, and now they're having to give vehicles away for almost $20,000 off of sticker. Clearly things are getting desperate. Yeah, I've seen actual incentives where they were knocking down prices of $6,000, $5,000, $2,500, but now $18,500, and it doesn't begin and end with Rams like these great little pickup trucks like this 4x4. It actually does apply to a lot of the Jeeps, not just the Wranglers. We talked about the Compass, and even the Grand Cherokee is priced out of this world. How about the Wagoneer? That's another story. And here's another beauty right here. We have this gorgeous Ram. Now, I will admit, this is a pretty truck. You do get a lot of chrome on here, lots of detail there. 1500, we see the Hemi E-Torque. Definitely gotta like that. We have the Ram, and it's a limited. Yeah, it's limited, all right. Definitely limits me and my budget. I don't think I have the kind of money for this. It's a pretty unit. You have the oversized wheels on here. They're actually fitting you with a 22-inch wheel, so that gets expensive. Sure, that's a bit of an upgrade, but that's gonna cost you a lot of money. Nice details here. The next generation looks like it's gonna have the script rather than the actual Ram decal. But here we have lots of nice detailing with chrome and accents like that throughout, oversized wheels, chrome detail like that, which by the way, there's starting to rust on there already too. But more importantly, what's the price of this rig? Let's take a look. Hey, by the way, you get a sunroof on here. Wow, I like that. Okay, we have a Ram 1500 limited crew 4x. Hang on. We have a sales guy here. Hey buddy, you want to come over here? Thanks for letting us do this, by the way. Thanks for letting us come and film on here. I know you've been helping out here quite a bit. Do you want to speak? Come, let's go. He wants... You sure? Okay, I guess he's out. Base price $84,000 with a few little extras and add-ons, probably wheel upgrades, sunroof, a few odd add-ons here. Oh no, $93,000. Would you believe that? 93 grand plus out the door? It's going to be over 100 grand for a half-ton pickup truck. Where have we gone wrong, folks? There's another one right here. We have a Ram 1500, very basic looking unit. Yes, you got a more basic, smaller set of wheels. This is a Ram 1500 Classic. Yes, this one feels really dressed down, but hey, if you need a basic work truck, this might cut the bill. Yes, you can tow your little weight with it. And look, they actually give you this. And look, there's even a spray-in liner here. That's a nice little add-on. And how much is this thing worth? $55,000 base. 65 as it sits right here. 65,000 with unpainted handles, which is okay by me, but they're still charging a lot of money for this unit. And yes, it's a pretty looking truck all the way around. Definitely like that Ram logo, but that clearly tells us that some of these trucks are just getting priced out to lunch. And that's the problem. That's why they're not selling. They can use all those numbers. They throw these numbers around like these vehicles are selling, but they're not selling. Or the ones that are, a lot of them are going to fleet, specifically rentals, leases for trucks, for companies, for businesses, corporations, but not a lot are actually going to the retail market. People don't have the money, and who can afford $100,000 for a half-ton pickup truck? Most truck people would admit that usually the horse race is between Ford and Chevy or GM, and Ram came in a little later in the game. But they are selling trucks. A lot of people prefer the Rams. They seem to provide better deal, but they're still having, even with slicing some of these prices off, they're still way too much. It's a huge amount of money. I mean, look at 1500 Hemi right here. We're talking about a truck that might cost you around that $80,000 to get into. That's crazy. And clearly things are getting really desperate. They must be pouring the coals to advertisement, because they say Ram has actually got the leading number of impressions of advertisements. We're talking 175 million. They owned it. And they also apparently own Truck Month. They really brand that. They really push that and really try to market that to sell more vehicles. And we all know that they're least selling pickup truck of the big three, but yet they keep pouring the coals to the dollars for advertisement. Yeah, they're great trucks with that diesel engine, the Cummins drivetrain. It is impeccable. It's a real workhorse. Of course, they're big, they're powerful, they're roomy, but customers just can't dig down deep enough in their pockets like this. All they're pulling out is fuzz and lint because the price of these trucks and Jeeps are far too expensive. So how does Dodge and Ram and Jeep, Stellantis, how to plan to fix this? Well, the new CEO is saying that he's definitely got plans to expand on the brand, expand out more internal combustion drivetrains on vehicles that are currently EVs. They want to build out every kind of sub-brand and sub-model in between. They want to push it out to other markets, and they want to change some of their construction and manufacturing so they bring it more locally to the respective market. Because building vehicles like this big grandioso Jeep, obviously we have a Sahara Jeep Wrangler, very pretty indeed, but to build these in certain markets can get very cost prohibitive. So they're looking at opportunities to try to save some money on their manufacturing costs right there. They're going to look at trimming costs in other places, trying, like I said, to build out the brand, to maybe tap into markets that they haven't yet seen. But clearly they're desperate, they're hemorrhaging, and they're literally ready for a break. But if there's anybody who needs a break, it's a consumer. I mean, that's why a lot of people are electing just to buy and build and keep fixing what they've got today. I mean, instead of spending $100,000 like this on a half-ton truck, why don't you just fix what you've got? Wait until the prices come down a little bit. Wait until there's more hunger. We're already seeing $18,500 off. Let's wait and see $25,000 off. Maybe we're going to start seeing some better deals. But it's not always advertised. You're seeing the window sticker like this, but you're not necessarily seeing what's packed behind it. So you really have to do your research, look online, toggle back and forth, play the dealers against each other, and most importantly, be willing to grind them. Sit down when you're ready to sharpen your pencil and get the deal done. You really got to work it hard. Don't just pay the asking price. And of course, with all of that said, be sure to check out what's going on at Ford headquarters. You're definitely going to want to see that. Hope to see each and every one on the next one. We'll catch you all real soon. Bye-bye.